Welcome to MrClaff.com's review of the Scientific Revolution and the Enlightenment, brought to you by Noble Review, concise review books. Let's start with the Scientific Revolution. In the 16th century, philosophers and scientists began to question the ancient conclusions made by Aristotle. René Descartes relied on math and reason to prove his theories. This use of observation developed into the scientific method, which is a sequence of investigation that is used to test a hypothesis through experimentation. After logical steps are taken, a conclusion can be derived. There are some highlights of the scientific revolution you need to know. The heliocentric model was Nicholas Copernicus's belief that the planets revolved around the sun. This idea contrasted with the established geocentric model that declared the Earth to be the center of the universe. Let's talk about Galileo. He was a scientist who discovered that objects of different weights fall at the same speed. In addition, he observed the moons of Jupiter to confirm some of Copernicus's ideas. Galileo's research upset the church and he was brought to trial. Though he did retract his observations under duress, he spent his remaining days under house arrest. Other scientists to know include Andreas Vesalius, who gave new ideas on anatomy and how to perform surgery, as well as Isaac Newton, who researched universal gravitation and created 3 laws of motion. Enlightenment, or the Age of Reason, was a political movement that coincided with the scientific revolution. It looked to reform society through knowledge and reason. A goal of Enlightenment thinkers was to protect natural rights. Locke wrote 2 treatises of government and believed that people were born free with natural rights such as life, liberty, and property. His ideas were adopted by Thomas Jefferson in the American Declaration of Independence. Jean-Jacques Rousseau wrote The Social Contract. He believed that government should rule for the common good. He said that man is born free and everywhere he is in chains. Thus, Rousseau believed that unjust laws prevented natural rights and liberty. Baron de Montesquieu wrote The Spirit of the Laws. He illustrated the concept of separation of powers, where a legislative branch makes laws, an executive branch enforces laws, and a judicial branch interprets laws. All 3 can operate fairly if there is a system of checks and balances in order. Separation of powers has been adopted all over the Western world. Voltaire wrote hundreds of essays regarding themes such as freedom of speech, religion, and other social reforms. He was a supporter of separation of church and state. Voltaire, as well as other Enlightenment thinkers, had an enormous impact on the French Revolution, as well as later revolutions around the globe. Though some absolute monarchs were quick to silence their critics, others embraced Enlightenment writers and were known as enlightened despots. Rulers such as Frederick the Great of Prussia and Catherine the Great of Russia supported the arts, education, religious toleration, and an end to certain torture punishments. If you would like to view a video synopsis of the French Revolution, click here. For more review, you can find free flashcards and review sheets at MrClaff.com. We also invite you to check out Noble Review in both paperback and ebook formats. Best of luck on your tests.